Hi guys, so I'm back with another cutting out my fillers video and chatting. I don't know if that's what I'm gonna call it. But yes, I finally made some fillers for my Red Velvet collection. I made some more Twice fillers, some more Got 7 fillers, some fillers for my Erin collection, and some fillers for my Promise 9 collection, as well as Charong. So I'm just gonna cut them out and chit chat with you guys about stuff. There hasn't really been like a crazy amount of drama that's going on, but I don't know. I can talk about some stuff, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna talk about. But yes, so we will just start cutting them out. Again, I apologize if you can hear the TV in the background, but the Briar is still on, so I'm watching that like a true Canadian. But yes, so we can just start. The first thing I guess I can talk about is my Promise 9 fillers. So for Promise 9, if you didn't watch my latest collection plans update, I will link it. But essentially, Promise 9 I've officially alted them. I feel like they've always kind of been that group that was a secret alt. I just haven't officially done it yet. But now I've alted them, and I decided I will be collecting OT9 Promise. So, because of that, I love having fillers to mark each era, which is what I do for the rest of my collections. And for Got 7, who I also collect OT7 of, I have a couple of extra spare spots on the actual sheet to mark the era. So I usually put like the album cover and then a group teaser image or an individual teaser image. But for Promise 9, I can't do that. But I just love their teaser images so much. So basically, what I had originally, I guess I can move this and just start cutting them out. So yes, this will go in the beginning of my Fun Factory Promise 9 cards. This will be the first page to kind of mark the era. So essentially, what I was going to do originally with Promise 9, because I love those teaser images so much, I was originally going to cut them all out the same as I would all my other ones and put them in their 9-pocket sleeves, but that would have wasted an entire 9-pocket sleeve when I could have essentially gotten the same effect by printing it off in a whole sheet like that. So that's what I did. I organized them as if they were in a 9-pocket sleeve and just cut them, and I'll just put it in a full pocket sleeve. That way I can display the teaser images and mark each era in the same way I like to, but I don't have to waste an entire 9-pocket sleeve that way, which is nice. So yes, I also printed or made some more fillers for my Feel Special collection because I have finally decided how I want to organize it. So I was able to print off more fillers for it. And I printed off some fillers for my Solgi collection finally. I'm not entirely sure how I want to organize Solgi because Red Velvet don't have the most photo cards. So I don't want to sacrifice a whole 9-pocket sleeve for like her couple of photo cards that she has, because for some eras she only has 1 photo card. For others she has 2, for some she has 3. For the finale, the latest album, I think there's 5 cards, so it varies greatly, and it really makes me have to think about how I want to organize it. So we'll see. I just have to start getting more of her cards before I can really decide how I want to do it. That's the biggest thing. I need more cards before I can decide how to do it. Ooh, nice shots. I'm sorry. The Briar's on. It's the championship round, so it's high stakes. Can't lose anymore. Very good. They're playing my favorite team. Do I even have a favorite team? I guess so. Everyone kind of has a favorite team. But yes. Anyway, so there will probably be lots of videos like this in the future, because as I get more cards, I will keep making videos of me cutting them out, organizing them, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't really like to make the fillers until I have a good amount of cards from the era, so I at least have a way to organize them together. So as per usual, there's a lot of GOT7 fillers because I just have a ton of GOT7 cards and I always get them in the mail. There we go. There really isn't, I don't have anything to talk about right now because there hasn't really been any drama lately. I mean, there's always Twitter drama, which is like the lowest form of drama in my mind. I don't know. Like, I love Twitter. I love being on Twitter. It gives me a space to talk about things, but I don't like it because there's so much unnecessary drama that's always happening. It's like, oh my god. Can you guys get a grip? Do you guys have nothing else to do with your life other than just be rude to people on Twitter? I think that's my biggest beef with it. Is I would never say anything on Twitter or in a YouTube comment or online that I wouldn't say to that person's face. Like, that's my philosophy when I post things online. If I wouldn't say it to the person's face, then I shouldn't post it. And I feel like that's a good way to live your life online. If you wouldn't tell the person directly, why would you post it online? You know? I have lots of friends like that, though. They get frustrated and they just go and make like a super passive-aggressive post about a person without naming the person, but like we all know who it is. I don't know. Just feels like you never grow out of high school. I remember being in high school and being like, oh my gosh, once I graduate, like, none of this will happen. It'll all go away. It'll all be fine. No. Just FYI, university is exactly the same way. Everyone does the exact same thing. It's like, it's just human nature, I guess, but just fast forward through that whole past 10 minutes because it has absolutely nothing substantial to do. God, no. Last time I did one of these, there was a lot of drama going on. This time, kind of calmed down. Guess I can talk about my new collections because there's quite a few. I decided I can talk more about Promise 9 and why I decided to finally alt them. Basically, I've known them since their debut, so Two Heart, and I really like Two Heart. Honestly, one of my favorite Promise 9 songs. But I never really paid super close attention to them until Love Bomb. So Love Bomb is when I really started to stan Promise 9. And then Fun happened, and I remember I teach swimming lessons at a lake for like 2 weeks in the summer. And you of course, you have no Wi-Fi. You don't even have cell service at that lake. Like, it's kind of secluded. So you don't have cell service, you don't have Wi-Fi. And I remember I downloaded so many K-pop songs. Well, not just K-pop, but songs in general before I left. And Love Bomb was one of them. Or Love Bomb. Fun was one of them. And I listened to that song. I would come back to the trailer every day on my lunch break and just listen to Fun. I loved that song. And ever since then, Promise 9 have really been climbing up my bias list. But it wasn't until lately when I started watching more of their variety shows where I realized, oh my gosh, these girls, I just clicked with them immediately, which is so good. It's awesome to have a group like that. So, yeah. They have always been a group that's always been super high up on my bias list, and it wasn't until lately that I just fully accepted the fact that their position is an alt, which is fine. So then when I was trying to decide how I was going to collect them, I was like, oh, I'll just collect Serum. But then the more I started watching the Promise 17 videos, if you guys, I got a notification. I will be right back. Oh, I actually equipped myself to have to sit here for an hour today. I really did. I've prepared myself. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was trying to watch other Promise collectors' videos to kind of see how they collected Promise and that sort of thing, and I could not find any at all. I mean, I watched Wanhaid and I knew she was collecting Giri, so I knew that, but she doesn't really have any Giri cards right now, so that's not really a collection I could go off of for how it would look if you just collect 1 or 2 members. But then I came across Promise 17, which when you search Promise 9 Photocard collection in the YouTube search bar, the only channel that comes up is hers. So I just think that shows the state of Promise collections. But yeah, I was watching hers. It must have been the end of the year collection for last year. I don't know, it was a recent one. And she had finished her Promise 9 collection. And I was like, oh my goodness. I need to collect OT9. For no other reason other than I love all of the girls and I want to collect all of them. But also just seeing like a full Promise collection made me kind of see what it looks like. That's kind of like what I like to do. Before I start collecting someone, I like to see if other people have collected them and what a full collection kind of looks like. But for Promise, I couldn't really do that because there really weren't any examples. So yeah. I'm excited to start that collection, honestly. It might be a little bit crazy given the fact that my GOT7 collection is in a state of just, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's not bad. It's just incomplete, which is fine. And it's probably going to be even more incomplete in a couple of months because they'll have another comeback. But yeah, I'm collecting OT9 Promise. So what's really been saving my butt for my Promise collection is Mercari Japan. Oh, they always have like, because you can find individual Promise cards on eBay for like a decent price, for like $15-ish, 15-ish. But yeah, about $15-ish each, including shipping. But on Mercari, you can find like actual bundles, and that's what I like Mercari for. It's the same with my GOT7 collection. Mercari has definitely been saving my GOT7 collection a lot because you can find bundles on there of photo cards for so cheap, and it's really been helping me in my collections. The only thing that I haven't really found to be super helpful on Mercari is Red Velvet and Twice, because Twice cards are cheap on Mercari, of course, but they're no more cheaper than if you were to just buy them on eBay at the end of the day. And with Red Velvet, they are still so expensive on Mercari too. So I'll just stick to my eBay and social media groups for those cards. But yeah, I finally decided to make more fillers. I don't even know what to talk about. There just isn't anything going on. March comebacks. Again, I'm not really like planning on buying a ton of March comebacks. Mostly just ITZY. I'm planning on buying a version of ITZY's comeback. And that's really it. I don't know. March will be a slow month for me, finally. I can finally just focus on some photo cards, which will be nice. So yeah, I think the only March comeback I'm planning on buying is ITZY so far. Maybe someone else will announce a March comeback. That'll make me excited enough to buy it, but right now it's just ITZY. Just ITZY. And then I'll have some more Etsy cards to collect because my Charon collection, in my updated Photocard collection plans video, I talked about how I was almost done my Charon collection. Now I'm even closer because I have the last card. I don't know when it'll get here. But yeah, that collection's done. I've managed to finish it before the next comeback. None of them will be here before the next comeback, because that's in a couple of days. But, or maybe by the time I post this video, it would have already happened. I don't even know. I don't even know. Go. Wow, this is going to be a boring video. It's been 20 minutes and I haven't even talked about anything. Because there isn't anything to talk about. I don't know. Usually I'm all talkative, but... Oh, Twice signed to... Oh, what is it? Republic Records? I can't remember which American agency it was. But Twice signed to an American agency. Which I think shows that JYP's partnered with them. So hopefully we will not only get better Twice promotions in the US, we'll get better just in general JYP promotions. Because I feel like all of the JYP groups, like right from like ITZY all the way down to even 2PM, have amazing potential in the US. I just don't think JYP utilizes it. And like in a way, I can appreciate JYP not being that company that panders to the American market and puts so much pressure to succeed in the American market. And I can appreciate that. They're not pushing for Western validation. But at the same time, like, GOT7 was nominated for a Billboard Music Award for Top Social Artist. GOT7 has won an EMA. They've been on the top tour list, top 10 tour list. So I think all JYP groups have really good potential in the US. They just haven't been marketed enough. And I really hope that this can be like a stepping stone for all JYP groups to just get better promotions in the States. And not just like better promotions, but maybe like better concert schedules, because those like suck for JYP groups. Well, the schedules don't suck, but like the promotion of the concerts absolutely sucks. As a person who is a fan of like pretty much all JYP groups, they suck. So yeah, I'm hoping this is a really good stepping stone for every JYP artist. Like not just Twice, because I know it'll be great for Twice, and I'm very excited to see what their next comeback's like after this. It really doesn't make a difference to me in Canada. Like, really, it doesn't. Because they put their albums up on Amazon in the States. I still can't get them as a Canadian citizen, which is fine. They put their albums in Target. I still can't get them in Target because there is no Target here, which is fine. Honestly, even if JYP were to start making albums available in store in North America, it wouldn't really make a difference for me because I live in the middle of nowhere. We have to drive an hour to even get to... We have to drive an hour to get to a Walmart, so I'm not going to drive an hour to go to a Walmart to pick up an album. I'm just going to order it. So it doesn't really make a difference for me in Canada, but I know there are a lot of American fans who will really benefit from this and will have lots of things just made easier for them because of this, which is nice. Here we go. What else happened? So yeah, that happened, which is good. I mean, as a Twice fan, I'm super happy for Twice that this happened for them and that they're able to have this opportunity. Because I know, like, their promotions in the States, there haven't been any at all. I get that. Does it make me a little upset as, like, a person who alts GOT7? Yeah, it does. Because we haven't been lobbying for them to, like, ever necessarily sign with an American agency, but what we have been lobbying for is what comes as a result of that, which is, like, of course, the distribution deals and the just better promotion in general is what we've been asking for a long time as fans. I've GOT7, and as GOT7 fans who have a largely international fan base, it's what we've been asking for. And we haven't got it. So, like, am I super happy for Twice? Of course. They're my babies. I love them, and I could not be happier for them. But does it suck? Okay. I'm back. I ran out of storage, so as you can see, I've made some progress. But anyway, like I was saying before, super happy for Twice about their new record deal. But as a fan of GOT7, it does hurt to see all of the younger groups receiving what we've always asked for GOT7. So it sucks. It's kind of like a double-edged sword because on one hand, I'm super happy with Twice because they're finally going to get some good promotion, which of course they deserve. But it just sucks as a fan of GOT7 because it's just once again something we've asked for that's given to one of the younger groups, which sucks. But yeah. That's the way it goes. And I kind of see why maybe GOT7 didn't get this deal because it's the last year of their contract. They can't really guarantee that they're going to stick around, right? But I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait till January to see what happens. I have to wait till the contracts negotiations are over to see what's going to happen, I guess. But hopefully, if GOT7 do stay at JYP, they get something good out of it. And not just something good, but as a fan of GOT7, if they're going to stay in JYP, I only want them to stay there if it means that they're going to be treated fairly. But we'll see what happens. Because, I mean, maybe we could use, like, 2 p.m. as, like, a gauge for how GOT7 would be treated. But, 2 p.m.'s been in the military, so we can't really do that. Can't really see 2 p.m.'s treatment and know that that would happen for 100% for GOT7 because I don't know. 2 p.m. haven't really had a chance to have a comeback since enlistment, since they've re-signed. But we'll see. I don't know. I feel like GOT7 is that group that still hasn't stopped growing. But, which is shocking considering we never have any album stocks. Now I'm just gonna come all out with it. But JYP has, like, quit stocking GOT7's newest album. Like, Call My Name is out of stock in some places. And it doesn't look like they're gonna print anymore. Every GOT7 album after Eyes on You, out of stock. You can't find it anywhere. which just makes it super hard for new fans to try and stock up on their older releases. That's why I don't have any of their older releases, because you just can't find them. And if you do find them secondhand, they're crazy expensive because they're out of print. You know, it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, just restock the albums, JYP. Because GOT7 could still be selling albums. But there are no albums for anyone to buy, so how can we buy any, you know? That's the thing. And it seems like no matter how many pre-orders we have, because we sold 100,000 copies of the Call My Name album in the first day. But yet they didn't restock the new album, so I don't think it really matters how many albums GOT7 sells, like in a day or a week. JYP just isn't going to restock them. So, I guess that's the thing. But whatever. I'll always support GOT7 no matter what. And Twice. And all of the groups I love. Because that's what you do. You support them through shitty companies and all. And that's just it. You can't do anymore. Because the company's not going to change. So, you just have to keep on supporting the group. Okay, sorry. I ran out of storage again. And it was making me kind of very angry because I kept on deleting things. Like even the new videos that I filmed today, I imported to my laptop and deleted off of here. And it's still like, you have no storage as soon as I would start the video. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? But I forgot to delete them from my recently deleted. So of course they were just taking up storage in there. But anyway, I fixed it. It shouldn't be an issue anymore. But yes, I will leave my issues with JYP in the last recording that I finished, and I will just start up here. What else happened? Oh, Fromis finally started posting again. So over the past week, I would say, Fromis has started posting again, which is so nice. We're getting more and more recent content on their YouTube channel. I think the last video they posted was from October of last year, which is recent considering OTR has been giving us stuff from last year's KCON or 2018. We were getting some vlogs from 2018, which is absolutely ridiculous, but whatever. I also have issues with OTR because before OTR, Fromis would have consistent comebacks like what you would expect from a rookie group, you know? Because that's what Fromis is. Fromis is a 2-year-old group. They just had their 2nd anniversary. But OTR gave them 1 comeback last year, which I think for a group that just turned a year old is kind of a little ridiculous, but you could argue, I don't know. IZ*ONE is also under OTR, in case you guys don't know. And I have no issue with IZ*ONE. I love IZ*ONE. I also missed them so much when they were gone. So I have no issue with IZ*ONE. I have issue with OTR. I have issues with Off the Record because I do feel like Off the Record is ignoring Fromis in favor of IZ*ONE, which I mean is understandable because Fromis is a permanent group, of course. So OTR has all sorts of time with them. OTR has at least 5 more years with them. Whereas IZ*ONE, they only have 1.5 years. So it's understandable why they would be... Hello! Big stretches. So it's understandable why OTR would be focusing more on IZ*ONE than Fromis. It's just kind of frustrating as someone who alts Fromis. we don't have a light stick, we don't have official colors, you know, that sort of stuff. But now that the investigation into idol school is done, hopefully things will get better. Promise did just last night get their first official schedule confirmation since the hiatus started, which is great. I'm so happy they've been confirmed for KCON Japan. Whether or not that happens is another discussion, but even just them being confirmed for it is like a huge step for me, and it gives me so much hope that they will be having a comeback after IZ*ONE's promotions end, which will make me so happy. Hopefully it just won't be at the same time as like GOT7 or Twice or anything. And we can, or New East. New East should probably be having a comeback soon. Yeah, New East, they should be having a comeback soon. What are they up to? I guess they just released that Valentine's Day song with spoons, which is cute. I like it. But yeah, Twice is due for a comeback. New East is due for a comeback. GOT7's due for a comeback. Promise is way past due for a comeback. They should have had a comeback ages ago, but they didn't. I don't know. Kind of seems like they'll all have comebacks, well, except for GOT7 and Twice. Theirs will be either back-to-back or like, I don't know. Stray Kids doesn't really need a comeback soon, so they just had one in December and they're going on tour. No, they're not. ATEEZ is on tour. ATEEZ, like, needs a break. Let's not release some music for a while. ATEEZ. Let's just take a break. But they're not really on break. They're touring, which isn't really a break. But yeah, so Promise, I feel like they're gonna come back soon, which will be very, very nice. And I feel like just over this hiatus, Promise has just got like more and more attention, which is nice. They're getting more popular throughout this hiatus instead of just fading into oblivion, which is nice. Okay, so I have all of my fillers cut out now, so we can start putting them in my binder. It was a process. It shouldn't have taken this long. For you guys, it probably didn't take that long. For me, oh dear, for me, it felt like it took an eternity. Okay, let's see. Is that gonna show up? It should be. Okay. So let's see. What are we gonna start with? I have my GOT7 section open, so we will start with their fillers for... I'm just throwing fillers around. Where did it go? That's Solgi. Solgi, Solgi. Solgi. Oh, there it is. Okay. I found it. It's probably going to be quite a bit of shuffling around here, but it's just the way it goes. Got some fillers that need to be put away. Okay. So for the flight log arrival stuff, there are some albums that I did flip on their side because I didn't want to crop any of the members out. Like for flight log arrival, I'm only collecting one member. You don't want to crop anything out. Okay, let's see. Should I put away some of my Eyes on You cards because I do have some of those out. Oh my god. Okay, how many sets? I'll just put away 2 sets. And which one? That's Aaron. These are all mixed up. I cut them in like completely the wrong order. Okay, what set do I want? This one's going with the dark set, and this one will go... This one will go with the bright set. Yellow, blue, red. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't know why that took me so long to try and decide, but anyway. It did. This has turned into more of an organization video than I had anticipated, but that's okay. There is always cat fur all over my sleeves. Let's make sure I put them in the right way this time. Okay, so 1, so for the Eyes on You album cover, I didn't, same sort of thing, I didn't know how I wanted to display the album cover because I didn't want to, like, you can hardly even see it on here, but I didn't want to cut off the little Eyes on You that goes through the middle, so I just put it on a blue background, which is fine. This one has to go this way so you can read it, which means this one I'm gonna flip around. I put it in the wrong way. There we go. Okay, let's grab my Eyes on You cards. This is gonna turn into such a long video. Oh no. Yeah, so I don't have any fillers for like this era, Present You, and Me, because I don't have any cards. And the thing is with these sets, it could be a while before I make the fillers because I like to obviously make a lot all at once, and then I print them all off and add them all in. So the next time I make fillers, it probably won't be until I have another Twice set complete. Who knows? There's something just so relaxing to me about sorting and putting away and organizing photo cards. It's just so relaxing. I finally have a hobby. It's an expensive hobby, but it's a hobby. Are you gonna go look? Oh, my cat's gonna be so pissed at me. I know, the blind's closed, Junior. I'm aware. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't know. He's temperamental. He's not temperamental, he just... Because he's actually a very tolerant cat, like... He just doesn't even care, and he's always been that way. But he is the king of the castle, and he better get his way, if you know what I mean. Okay. Now that that's done, let's see. We will put these cards in here. this set. We'll put it away. Yeah. There we go. And I will leave this one in here because I don't want to take it out. Okay, so that's all the GOT7 ones. Now we can move on to New East should be next. No, From Us 9 is. Okay, I forgot about this. It's just sitting up there. I didn't have to cut anything out. That's why I forgot about it. So yeah, I do have this solid sheet of their Fun Factory, one of their teasers, because I like this teasers and I like having fillers because I kind of use fillers as a way to mark the era. And when you're collecting an OT9 group, you don't really get any extra space to add a filler that kind of shows this is the era. So I just kind of made my own. I was gonna cut them all out individually and put them in 9-pocket sleeves, but that's excessive, so I didn't do that. I just printed them out. Well, there is someone who like made a layout like this, but I wanted to do it in the pattern I liked, so I just got rid of it all. So this will mark the Fun Factory era. Now we can move on to New East. So for Aaron, I made fillers for all of the cards that I have or I have on the way. And then I did kind of measure it out, and I'm collecting, well, there are 8 of the Happily Ever After cards. So with my filler, it'll fill a 9-pocket sleeve perfectly. And then I'm collecting 8 cards from the table. So he has 6 individual photo cards, 1 AR card, and then I did get 1 unit card for him. I don't normally collect units, so that's done. Red Velvet. Now, I still have this issue for Solgi because that's wrong. She does not, no, Red Velvet kind of fluctuates between having only 1 photo card and then having 2 and then having 3, and now they have 5. So I don't entirely know how I'm going to organize this eventually. We'll find out though. I guess we'll find out. So I need to take all of these out. So I did print off fillers for every photo card, every era I have. I just, as I said, I either haven't received them yet or I haven't put them in my binder yet. Why am I putting day 2 right there? So yeah, I still need to figure out how I'm going to organize it. I haven't decided yet, and it's kind of a little bit tricky. Because like the Velvet only has 1 card. So I'm not going to waste a whole 9-pocket sleeve on 1 card. So I might like print out another teaser image and put it on this side. Because Rookie has 2 cards. So then I could just like print off 1 Rookie teaser image like I have and then put the 2 cards. And then let's see, I have a Perfect Velvet card, or the Perfect Red Velvet card, sorry. And then I have a Summer Magic card. And then day 2 cards. Oh, it'll fill this page just perfectly, which is good. I guess I did just leave an empty spot up there, which is fine. Didn't even notice that. I'll have to go back and fix that later. I don't really want to do it right now. Let's see. Then we move on to Twice. And Twice for sure have the most fillers because now I'm going to put Feel Special in its own pages. So I think, count this out right. So it should work. So I'm going to remove Feel Special from this page. Move everything down one because I finally made a filler for Merry and Happy. Twice cards, like Merry and Happy is even harder for me to like try and figure out how I'm gonna organize because it came with 3 cards and it would fit perfectly across. But with my filler, it wouldn't fit. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Okay. Yes or yes is going to move. Merry and Happy is going to move over. And then my filler for Merry and Happy, where did it go? Right here. There we go. Okay. We're going to remove all of the Feel Special cards because I need to decide how I'm going to organize this. So I did think about it, and one page will have 5 cards and another page will have 6. So let's start with these fillers will have to go. You can't even see them. That's not even in the right order. These fillers will have to go in a straight line at the bottom. I did kind of think about like where I was gonna put each filler, but I just haven't thought about which cards I was gonna put with them. Okay. So those are the fillers, and then I am going to put this Mina at the top because these are all of the same concept. And this concept, like the black album with the fancy dresses and all that, is like my favorite of the concepts. So I know no one else likes it, but I do. Let's see. We can put, okay, I think we will put these ones here because these are the dress from this concept. So we're going to put them here. Then I will, let's see. Add these 2 because these are from like the purple concept. Oh though. These ones maybe? These ones. We'll put these ones here. I guess. These are from the purple concept, which isn't my favorite concept from the album. I know lots of people did like it, but it just wasn't my thing, I guess, which is okay. Okay, so here is one page. Why are all of these slanted? Here's one page. Done. Okay. Now we will go to the next one. This is the last sleeve in this package. Good thing I got more. Okay. So now these two, I'm going to put Mina again in the top corner. This is more of like the sparkly concept, as I call it. And then should I put these two here? Those are in the wrong. These two here. Poor Nyan got like completely cut in half. I feel very bad about it. But anyway, if I put those two there, I would have to put like this, and then the gold in the middle. I guess we can do that, and then when the gold comes, I will decide how I feel about it. Yeah, poor Nyan. She just got sliced in half. Seriously, like these black and these and the white border cards are some of my favorite. Yes. Okay, this way, when I organize them, all of these outfits will be together. So like these outfits with the fancy dress will be together because that's what the gold card was taken in. And then the beige dress will be together. There we go. Okay, perfect. And then all of my extra cards. Okay, moving on to Chaerong. I did also print out fillers for her. I went this whole time thinking she had 5 individual photo cards for the next album. She only has 3. It's that much easier to collect because I don't collect unit cards. So I might just get one of her unit cards and then leave it at that. But for this one, because she has 6 cards, I did get the pre-order sticker. So I think I'm going to put them like 2, 2, and 2. So let's see. I will put the group right here. And then I will put this one. I don't have the cards yet, so I don't know how I'm going to organize them. This is just a very temporary layout. And this one. This is very temporary until I get all of the cards and I know where I'm going to put them. 2. That's not even, I didn't even put those in the right spots. I'm supposed to have this one over here. That's what's going on. There we go, that looks better. Okay, so 2, 2, and 2. Perfect. And I don't have any fillers for their next comeback yet. Obviously, I don't have any of the cards yet, so I'm not going to make fillers. But yes, so that was my new video of me cutting out my new fillers, having a chit chat of not really anything because I have nothing to talk about today. And yes, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!